Well, folks, I told you it was only going to be a matter of time before Donald Trump came out and angrily attacked Paul Ryan after Paul Ryan accused Donald Trump of, whining and being selfish and basically just being a crappy person last week while campaigning in South Carolina for Tom Rice, And Trump did. Trump finally got around to responding to Paul Ryan's comments, where he hopped on Truth Social and said this. Did anyone notice that Fox News went bad, when weak rhino Paul Ryan, who is despised in the great state of Wisconsin for being a pathetic loser, went on the Fox board? They won't even talk about an obviously rigged 2020 presidential election, not even a mention. That's why our country is going to hell. Elections have consequences. Get Ryan off of your board and report the news as it should be reported, and stop taking negative ads from the perverts and others. There's so much to unpack in that statement. Holy hell. All right. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. Paul Ryan despised in Wisconsin for being a pathetic loser. That's not true. Paul Ryan won 10 straight elections. They actually like him. The area he's in is obviously very conservative. He was Speaker of the House. Yes, he had that failed 2012 vice presidential run along with Mitt Romney, who was a very weak candidate against a very charismatic Barack Obama seeking a second term. So yeah, he did lose that one, sure. But he won every other election that he's ever been in. Donald Trump, you only won one election, and that was by default because of the Electoral College. You still haven't been able to crack the popular vote. And Paul Ryan is still a popular figure, not just in Wisconsin, but in the entire Republican Party. Now, second one, they won't even talk about an obviously rigged 2020 election. It wasn't obviously rigged. In fact, every single study, every single audit, every single person that's looked into this has actually come out and said, yeah, there's nothing there. So you're lying about that. Secondly, don't you understand that the reason Fox News actually won't talk about it is because talking about your election lies is what got them sued in the first place? One of the few defamation suits the network has faced that they haven't been able to shake? In spite of their best efforts, they have not been able to get this case dismissed. They're gonna have to go to trial, and they're terrified of that. So yeah, if they were to go out there and repeat your election lies or Mike Lindell's election lies or whoever's it is, they're going to face even more legal problems, so they're not going to risk that. It's a smart business move. If you, Trump, were a smart businessman, you would understand that. And finally, elections have consequences. They do. And the consequence of the 2020 election is that you don't get to play president anymore. People made their choice, and they chose not you. So I hope this clears everything up, Donald. I mean, look, if you want to continue attacking Paul Ryan, be my guest. The guy's a scumbag, but so are you, right? There's no good person in this fight, right? It's weird to even try to take a side here because they're both just absolutely horrible human beings. But as I said in the previous segment, I do believe Paul Ryan is gearing up, testing the waters to see if there is a possible presidential run in his future. And if he continues to draw Trump's wrath, continues to make headlines that way, that's another good thing for Paul Ryan to put him out there as the anti-Trump, which could easily give him a boost in the Republican polls with the not-so-crazy members of the Republican Party, if, of course, there's enough of those people left. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.